So, as we continue with our institutional, review on the Vatican, I was reiterating about how impressive this institution is all about. You got to see this. Well, yes, they were worried a little bit about, Hitler he was starting, and so they had, in 29, they very quickly rushed to negotiate the Latvian Treaty with, Cardinal Percelli, who became Pope Pius XII during the reign of all of this, craziness of World War II. He became the Pope, but before he was Cardinal Percelli, and he is negotiating all of the treaty of the Latvian Treaty to wall up the Vatican. Because they're not sure exactly what's going to happen, so they want to wall it all up and, get all the legal and, rights of all this, so that they are a country in and of themselves, because they're sure war is coming soon. They're real connected. They know everything, the Vatican. Come on, they're running it all forever before. So they're real connected, and they hear things, and they think it's coming soon. Mussolini doing his thing, and Hitler, and they're gonna wall that up so that they have some authority, because they're not sure, what might jump off, because they're gonna keep that authority. They got 2 billion people, the church. That they have to be, aware of, that are still, obedient to the church. And God knows if Hitler decides to, they're not sure he's gonna obliterate the church or something, get rid of it in Nazi Germany, and he wins everything. Well, then they have to have he'll have the whole continent of Europe, but Vatican City will still be okay, because they will be independent, and still the whole continent will be locked up, but except them, they'll be in the Vatican. Will be free and able to still do things and call shots. Because the church extends all over the world. So even if he outlawed it in Europe, it would still exist over here. And they're not gonna leave Vatican City, because that's the command center. And the faith in the church and all the activity must continue. Well, they have to, because, the plan is, of course, like the book says, they have to, get the whole world to, well, they have an objective, and my gosh, you have to understand, this is, holy stuff. It's serious. Holiness is important. We can never let it go. Never. Well, anyways, it is, because it is. Why? Because it's Latin, and that's why they do everything in Latin. Don't you know the Mass? And every time it's a via to something or something. See, I don't remember, but anyway. It's not important, you can translate it later. But if it's in Latin, it's obviously holy, because that's the holy language. And that's why we cannot speak it in any other language, whatever they say. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, but it must be whatever he's doing with the Pope. He's amazing. Well, the real truth is, see, the God of this world, God of this world, God, He is the responsible party for inventing this church. It's amazing. It's my gosh, the ideas. He's impressive. He worked it out. He just did that. The outfits, they are impressive. They have not changed since the very beginning. I swear, this thing jumped off in, let me get it right, 324, the book was done, 80, and then we go 400, about 580, okay? Officially it begins, the whole institutional thing. The Vatican itself, of course, yet to be built, because, they had not yet collected enough money to have pallets. Wow, it's real big. The whole city, Oh, it's real big. Well, it's a whole city inside of Rome. Okay, yeah. That was not done. No, not yet. They had planned. All kind of plans, yes. They still had to get all, like, the first stuff done. Like, you know, the outfits had to be designed. And he's real good, my brother. Well, God of this world, yeah. He's real good. His ideas are brilliant. And look at it. I mean, that Pope, his outfits, wow. All white, yes. Holy. But yeah, all the priests, oh my. And they have armies. Oh, you have to go. You must. I had to. Yes. The holy city in Rome, you better go. Yes, you will. Oh, I went. Yes, I did. I lived in Europe. Oh, you better believe it. I went to the Vatican. You better believe it, honey. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Yes, I did. You better believe it. Oh my God, I have to see the holy city. Are you kidding? Everybody has to make a pilgrimage to that place. The holiness is just exuding from everywhere. Oh, now it's real impressive. It's so big. It's all done. It's built. It's big. Well, it's been done for a long time. I mean, the Apostolic Palace has been completed, if I'm not correct, well, 1492, no, 15, they kind of raced to get it done, like right around 1530, you know, right before the Reformation, and then it popped. That was pretty much about the time that it was completed. Right around the completion date, bam, the Reformation happens. But okay, hold on. Yeah, that was. But anyway, and you know, Michelangelo. Yes, he did, because holiness. Anyway, it's no joke. Look. So, but get back to my brother. You know, the Creator is the important thing. God is responsible for the institution. You know that, right? Yes, He is. God of this world, yeah, He designed it, and He is the one, yes. And so the outfits have never been changed for all of the popes, priests, cardinals, bishops, the hats, all of it. This was the thing that has never changed, never. They always keep that. That's mandatory, because this holy institution, as you know you love the outfits. That speaks volumes of holiness. If you see a man in that pope, you know who it is right away. So of course, that has to be the guy, the pope. He only wears that outfit. Only he can wear it. So obviously it's to identify the God insists that those outfits of all of them, they must forever, because it's been, I swear, yes, because that is the first thing He did. He had to design the outfits perfectly, and they are well done. Every single, how many do we have? Priests? Well, we have Pope, Cardinals, Bishops, Priests, okay? 5 divisions, those are the biggies, and those outfits are the ones that always stay the same forever, and they must always. You know, Cardinals are always what? Scarlet, yes, scarlet, yeah, always, Cardinals. You see, Cardinal is red, get it? Cardinal, red. Oh, see, impressive. Again, God, He made the titles too. Cardinals is a bird, cardinal, you know, it's red, right? Got it? Cardinal is red, always, right? It's to make you understand that that's how you know. Cardinal is a red, and so therefore equals red, easy. And bishop, you know, a bishop, always hat big like that, a fish, yeah, easy. Bishop, easy like that. Hat equals bishop. Pope, oh, you know, white, always, head to toe. Purity, obviously, holy, must be. Calling all shots, yes, must kiss feet, hands, all of it. Because why? Because holy. Obviously, white equals purity. I get it. I don't know why. You must. You know you do, because God damn it, you better, because God says. Yes, he does. And he worked that out, and he's brilliant. You better know it. Yes, he is. And those are great. Okay. And priests, well, that's black with a little white collar, you know. Priests. Yeah, you know, priests. And what do they, I mean, you know, they have all the information, only the priests. Well, you know, when you have questions, you have to go to the priest, because God knows. Who else could know? We don't know what Latin is. We can speak Latin, but it's holy. Holiness is in Latin, okay? Get it? And that is why it has to be in Latin, so just know it. And that is why and we're not sure exactly, but you know, it looks like they must be, so you know it is. And they have the monster and the cups, and it's gold, and the pearls and emeralds, and wow, it has to be. Well, that came later. They had to collect more money before they could get all of it, you know, the pageantry, right? Because holiness requires in all of it, ceremony, pageantry, and it must be done very particular, exactly, right? Equals holy, always. And if it's done in that way, it must be right. Yeah, and swinging, the thing with smoke, it's not just smoke, it's frankincense and myrrh. Remember Jesus, the baby, and what did they bring? Frankincense, myrrh, and gold. Well, you cannot smoke gold anyway. They're not going to smoke gold. They're going to make gold things. But myrrh and frankincense, they can do that. Yeah, because baby Jesus needed it. He got it, and so then you have to have it too. And so they're gonna do that all over, and frankincense and myrrh everywhere to break you holy, because baby Jesus had to have frankincense and myrrh. They brought it to him. Don't you know? They say, yes they did. The three wise men, they brought him frankincense, myrrh, and gold. And see, and the Vatican said, well, the gold is for them. But anyway, well, they collect it. But frankincense and myrrh, you have to have it always when you're there. They smoke you out with this. Because otherwise, no holiness without frankincense and myrrh. Baby Jesus then equals, yes, has to have frankincense and myrrh. You know, yes. Okay. And then what? Okay. Don't worry about whatever they're saying. It's Latin. It must be holy, and therefore you know it is. And you know how the Mass, you know, I mean, come on, don't you go to Mass? I know I've been lots. And isn't it like, you know, we get in there and wow, it's like, and the cross always holy with a dead man on it, like right there. Oh, who? That is who? Jesus, right? Of course. Oh, dead on a cross, holy. And they all have them hanging big ass crosses always. And the Pope carries a big one. It's bent like that, and kissing it. Oh, it has to. Yes, of course. Because why is it? Because he was so beaten and tortured, and they have to, you know, the church has to show you, like, God knows, don't you know, they beat him so bad and tortured him to death before they even put him up there. And so they had to make that cross, like, so it was so twisted and ugly, so that you would get the idea. You must know how awful it was. And so it's not enough just to have the crosses and them, and they have to make it that way so that you're absolutely sure, and you can see the pain and the agony or something, I guess, I think. Well, anyway. That's what they say. And they kiss it, and it must be. And then, what else? Okay, and they have their backs to us when we're in there, and they're looking the other way if the altar is over there and everything, and they're saying all the stuff, whatever it is, it's in Latin, ipso dopto, blah, blah, I don't remember it, but you don't have to anyway. Just ask the priest later. He'll explain everything. Always. The priest, just ask him, he'll tell you. he'll explain. Because, I mean, come on. Latin is like, you know, nobody can know that. It's only holy people can know that. And that is the reason. That's all. And plus, it's a lot of work. Come on. You don't want to go and, like, look that shit up and, like, decode it and stuff. You know what? I mean, come on. It's another language. So just ask the priest. That's what they're trained for, honey. So, come on. Make it easy. Just go ask them and they'll tell you. Right? Easy. Fine. Next. Well, anyway, so what else? Yeah, that Vatican. And so those things never change. And, man, that is just the most impressive thing ever he's done. And it has been running, like, round the clock with activity out of control. That in the Vatican itself, I'm talking. Now, I'm not talking about just like your local Catholic church. That, of course, is like, I cannot know, because your church, Catholic Church, I'm sure they're doing the same old things that my Catholic Church is doing all over the world, in all the churches in the Catholic Church. I hope that you're doing the same things, because if you're not, you know it's not holy. Okay? And so therefore, whatever I'm saying, you must be agreed to, obviously. And like, you must do Hail Mary, right? You know, right? Well, when they tell me, you know, when I go in the box and I tell them whatever I did, and he say, well, okay, do Hail Mary, right? Oh, better believe it. Yes, why? Because I have to get forgiven, and Mary can do it if I just do that, and then she'll do it for me. God damn it. I mean, God, that's what the priest said. And what else? Or, I don't know. Mostly he's telling me that for all my sins. Every time it's that. Like 100 times or 5 times. Always go to Mary. Like her, you know, she's like the top of the top. Jesus, I never heard nothing about him. He's everywhere, but they talk with name always on their mouth, Jesus, but I don't know. When I go and talk to the guy in the box and then I ask him what I have to do, he's always telling me to do the Hail Mary thing. Well, she's the mother of Jesus, so she must know best. She'll do it for me if I just, you know, that, and then it's over. But that, I don't know. That book, that Holy Bible, it says in there something like, I don't know. Anyway, then there's like, oh yes, at the Vatican, oh wow, and you have the statues of Mary everywhere. Don't you love them? And isn't she impressive? Jesus' mother, and the church is the Holy Mother Church, of course. Mother Church, because Mother Mary always, I'm not sure why, but I thought it was Jesus, but anyway, holiness knows best, and Latin, of course, always. And Mary, central organizing principle of holiness, always, because she must be the answer. You know it, because she was a virgin, and only she could know, because she's the mother of Jesus, or the mother of God. Is it God? The mother of God? I don't know. I'm not sure. Anything, whatever they say, I'm not sure. It's not important, really. Just as long as I go and I listen to it, and then I go in the box and he does Hail Mary, it's enough. That's all. It's just, they know best. The holiness of that. It's just impossible, but they know all of it, because they must. Look at it. It's so impressive. It's so big. You gotta go to the Vatican. You'll really be impressed. And wow, they just do it, honey. They could not have that place, and all the activity that's going on, and the obelisk in the middle. Isn't that wild? What is that? It's like right in the middle, and you know where that came from? From Egypt. Napoleon brought it back and gave it to them. Well, I think. How did that get there? Napoleon brought it back. Yeah, he did. 3 of them, in fact, during all his shit. But he's also the one that went and killed that Pope too, didn't he? Yes, he did. Damn it. We don't like him. He killed the Pope in 1799, locked him up and killed him. Yes, he did. And the deadly beast, the beast had a deadly wound. That was the moment of the deadly wound. Got it. But guess what? The deadly moon healed. The book said the deadly moon healed, and then everyone after the beast and worshiping again because she came back. Yeah, holiness is on the move again. She's back. You know it because, honey, yeah, the new Europe has been reunited with little men signing, and you can go on the internet, check it, and right behind them you have what? Big ol' Pope. So it shows you right there, behind the power of the new Europe, unified Holy Roman Empire. Get it? Yes. Back in control. Thank you very much. Holiness, yay. See? Holiness has been working forever, and it's still working brilliantly. Back after even she died, God made it forever, and he said, look here, he made all that. The outfits have never changed, and it's been operating perfectly forever. Even after the Reformation, it's still operated great, and commanding everything and calling all the shots, and everybody obedient to the Holy Church of Mother Mary of the Catholic faith, and you know, all of it, and just, it's just the ceremony and pageantry, and all of us, yeah, and the whole damn world, basically, in Europe, and commanding everything, and then Napoleon shows up, of course, and kills everything that God did. And can you even believe it? But God isn't worried, because God, okay, made it, and he must always, it's God, come on, it'll come back. It's holiness, and it is the truth, and it's the church, and therefore it is going to come back. Even after Napoleon killed it, I was sure, I knew it anyway. So he killed it, of course, but it's God, and so I don't know, somebody, well, it's God, the God of this world, okay? Get it? Your God. There are two that I know of. But God, okay, that created Mother Mary Church, she is that God. He, I mean, is brilliant. Yes, he is impressive. See, he did all that. And it's been working ever since. Like, we're talking, I told you, like about 500 AD, about it starts, and then it goes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, it blows, but it's still operating. 16, 17, 8, 17, yeah, 99, bam, over, dead, Napoleon. But, okay, we're still doing it in the local churches. Pope is dead, no more shot calling. Vatican operational, no more. For about 15 years or so, but then but the Vatican City was still there. They just had to, like, you know, get a new pope and, like, you know, resurrect, but we had to wait for Napoleon to, like, get out of the way, and then they would do it, and then they did, and then everything was back to normal. But the world was shaky for a minute because we need the pope, somebody to call the shots and, like, tell everybody that everything is okay. He's back in command because he's telling us everything that God needs to do. He calls the shot. Don't you get it? The Pope has got to be operational always. We must have a Pope. We need a Pope because he talks for God, doesn't he? Yes. Holiness, church, and you have to go. You must. You better, because God said he talks for God. Yes, he does. For God, the God that made that church, yes, he does talk. He speaks for God of that church. Yes, he does. And therefore, if we don't have no Pope, then therefore we cannot know what the God, our God, I'm sorry, okay, is like, whatever he wants, we have to do, because otherwise, how are we going to get, like, whatever it is that the church is giving to us? What is it? Well, we have to worship God, don't we? And that's the Holy Church of God, and we do all that for that, to worship him, whoever he is. I've never met him. Well, I've never seen him. I mean, do you? No, nobody sees it. Only the Pope can. I think he has a phone. He can call him anytime. He must, because how else is he talking about? He says he does. And look at it. It's amazing. And my God, it's been doing it forever. They must know. And all the Latin it's holy language, and therefore they speak it, and nobody else does. But they do, and that's a real language. Don't you worry about it. And it is holy. Holiness from Latin, always, yes. And so, therefore, God must speak Latin, and so does the Pope. The Pope speaks like lots of languages, I think. I mean, he must, because he's the Pope of the world, and the whole world speaks different languages, so he has to speak every language to talk to everybody. I think he does. I think so. Well, you know, if he doesn't, they'll translate it for the other people. Well, not the whole world, because, you know, India, they don't do it, but, and then China and Africa, maybe no, and then, oh, no, the Islamic people, they don't believe in our thing, you know, not the Catholic, no, and all the other ones don't too, but only the Catholic faith is the holy faith. You know, our faith, it has to be the right one, because none of the other ones, anyway, the garbage over, we don't pay attention to that. But what did our Pope, John Paul, the blessed Pope of all, John Paul II, he's dead, oh bless his heart. Yes, dead Pope. I remember April 19th, 2005. Yes, I remember. I always, yeah, of course, I always pay attention. Dead Pope, April 19th, 2005. I saw the funeral on TV. I was so sad. Yeah, 3 hours of ceremony. Remember the coffin and everything? He's laying there. Yes, it was great. The whole thing, oh, you better believe it, honey. I watched all of it, and the president is there, all of the dignitaries, they have to go honor the dead John Paul II. I was just a little interested to know, why was the coffin in a trapezoid shape? Anyway, I was told something, but I don't know. Somebody told me that that was a vampire coffin, and they're gonna resurrect John Paul II. Can you believe it? He's the best Pope ever. Maybe they are. They know how to do that. That's what trapezoid coffins are for. Won't it be great? I cannot wait. I hope they do, because he was the best Pope anyway. So that's a good idea. I hope he resurrects. Really, that is why God had said that he would. Well, they said that that's why the trapezoid coffin, they were going to do that. And, like, he's going to come back and be the Pope again after this one, I guess. I don't know, but he was the best Pope. And, you know, everybody loved John Paul II. And, you know, he was the one who told all the other countries that it was okay, that we were going to, like, be... You know, our Catholic faith was going to accept all the other religions together, and we were all going to be peace and love, and everything's okay. And he was the first Pope ever to do that, because, you know, our faith, the church, keeps changing. Holiness. God keeps changing his holiness thing. You know, he changes it, and the popes, they come and announce, like, the new things. Well, the holy ceremony never changes, of course, because that, we must do it, like, you know, the whole smoking thing and the Latin Mass, all of that, always in the box telling, and give Hail Mary, all that, always, never changes. That's for holiness, always. But all the other stuff that, you know, that the Pope is saying, like the stuff that he speaks in our languages, not the Latin stuff, but the stuff he speaks in, like, regular, it's like when he's telling us that everything's okay now without the other ones, they can do it, it's fine, and he's given permission for, like, it's okay, that's true, and there's true, and this is true, because in the beginning it was like only holy Catholic faith only. And nothing else could be, or else damnation complete. And God changed his mind. Now he says everybody's okay. All the religions, no matter what, they also can do it whatever they want. And their holy ways are just as holy as ours. I was impressed, and the whole world loved John Paul II, because they thought, that is just so nice. Thank you so much for the permission, John Paul II, but he's speaking for God. It would be nice if God would come, but anyway, God, I guess, is busy. He can never show up, but John Paul is, you know, in charge, and he said it, and I guess that's great, because I was worried, you know, all the other faiths, that's, like, impossible. They're all damned forever, and that's so sad, and we have to be, like, the only ones that are gonna go to, like, wherever, paradise, heaven, whatever it is. I don't know, they call it heaven, right? Wherever God is, or I mean, well, yeah, that's what it says. I guess. Whatever, it's not important, they know. And when we go wherever, when, I don't know, it doesn't matter. When we die, like, they're gonna handle everything, get it? Well, they told us that when we die, we're gonna go to purgatory, mandatory, for like a period of time. It's just gotta be forever. And there was no avoiding it. It's like kind of hell, but it's okay. We're gonna pop eventually out of that. Even if you're damned or saved, we gotta go there. God, everybody dreaded that, but they told us we could pay. Remember, and during the Renaissance, he said he could pay, and we could pop out quick out of purgatory. Just that period, it's like a small portion of hell, or like it's the same thing, but it's like just mandatory for everybody, whether you're saved or damned. It's like gotta be so. But then he said we could pay like money. Like if you pay a lot, you'll get out quick, and if you pay a little, maybe not. But you can even pay for the dead people in your family, and they'll pop out faster because they're suffering too. And then you'll get on faster to wherever we're going, to paradise, right? Whatever that is, the golden city, holy city, whatever. And then we can be happy, and because we have to go to purgatory. But if you're going to hell, like you'll have to go to purgatory first. You could pop out, pay for it, pop out, and then you'll go back to hell anyway. But you'll pop out for a minute anyway if you pay, and then hell, like whatever, forks, pitchforks, and demons, whatever the devil is. It's under the earth and fire and pitchforks. He's down there. He's the devil. Yes, he must be. And he's reigning on a throne, and he's got pitchforks, and he's red always with horns. You get it, right? No, that's what they told me. And there's demons of all kinds that are going to torture everybody. Oh my. There's a book, it's called Dante's Inferno. He worked it out, and he tells us everything about hell. It's scary as fuck. And every single sin that you're guilty for in hell has got a special, like, torture practice. Oh my gosh. Forget it. I don't want to go there. Never. But if you do, forget it. You better go to Holy Church and just go to Mass, listen to the Latin, holiness, and the smoke and breathe. Breathe the frankincense and myrrh a lot, okay? Because baby Jesus needed it. Okay, and then go to the box, tell him it'll just be Hail Marys. He'll count the times. Don't worry. That's why you have the beads. You can count each time, and that's how you know. Just remember. But always, he'll probably just tell you that, because I don't remember being told anything else. Mary knows best. She'll do it all. And if you do that, don't worry about it. No hell, ever, never be happening. Forget about it. That's enough. I'm sure they know, and they said so, and it must be. But then, they told us 2 years ago, purgatory, no more. It's over. It's no more purgatory for nobody. It's ended. Can you even believe it, guys? Cool, huh? Now nobody has to go. I don't know. They just announced it, like, he issued a papal bull. Don't you know what that is? That is the commandment of the Pope. It's official. Don't you worry about it. Yes, it is. I watched. Honey, that is my church in my face, and I need to know. And I remember, I do. It was Benedict, this one. He announced it 2 years ago that purgatory no longer exists. It is officially done. And I don't ask no questions. He knows. And I am so happy, because nobody has to go there anymore for whatever period of just because I know I'm going to paradise, whatever, golden cities and emerald streets and diamonds and everything, like the church with pearls and emeralds everywhere. That's how heaven is. They have it all over the church, so that is like a taste of heaven, where we're going. And it is just as holy, and like everybody will be dressed in cardinals, and you'll be able, bishops and priests everywhere. Well, I mean, they're running around up there, in the golden cities of diamonds and stuff. Can you imagine? There'll be wonderful, happy buildings of diamonds. Yeah, and that is make happiness and singing and music to God all day long and stuff. I guess like that, and angels are there. Can you imagine angels flying around? And they say that we might be able to fly too. Whatever, I don't care. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Anyway, so long purgatory. I'm so happy he issued that. Wow, who knew? God changes his mind a lot, but nobody. How is that? It's like, I don't care. The church knows. Honey, you better believe it. That thing has been operational forever, and it's big, honey. We got 2 billion people in that fucking church. You know, and it's the best one ever. It has to be, because everybody, 2 billion people out of 7, and now John Paul II told everybody else, all the other religions, it was okay, whatever they were doing, it was going to be fine, because their gods are all good too, and whatever holiness things they're doing, it's just okay, because they're going to go to their holy spaces too. He found out. God told John Paul II to do that, apparently, and if he says it's true, that, well, officially, that means, I guess, according to what I'm understanding, is all the different gods that those other religions are doing equals the same God. And that is what it must mean, because otherwise how could it be? If he said that it was okay, do the holy things and their ways, they can do that because they're going to get to whatever their God is, because he means it's the same God. He didn't say it, but it must be. He knows. Yeah, but he's not telling them that because he doesn't want to scare them. He's just giving them permission, because he is the Pope and he must give the permission now. But, well, he didn't forever. He told them no, 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 but they didn't stop. And then John Paul II, that's why everybody loved him, because he finally said, yes, it's okay. Now I give permission for all the other religions. It's okay. Do your holy things. It equals the same thing. Whatever holy things, keep it up. You must, and you will get to your God. It means he's going to the same way. We're going to be with the same people in the diamond streets and stuff. Yeah, they're going to be there too. Who knew? And I mean, we were sure that it was just this way, and we had to do but now it's okay. We could so that means we can go to India, and then we can do Shiva and wow, we can do all the different idols, and just do that one if it's a fun. I don't want to do that because it's too many. What? Buddhism? What? I don't know what that is. Buddha? Do they pray to him or something? I don't think that's complicated. What else? There's lots of different ones, and since they're all permissible, which is the easiest one? Because ours, I like ours best because it's so ceremonial. It's the holiest, and it's if we just go and we listen to the Latin and the priests and watch and the holiness and the myrrh and frankincense all everywhere, and breathe it, and then talk in the box and do the Hail Mary. That's great. I've been doing it forever anyways, and you too, so that is the best. It's easy and holy, and therefore our way is the easiest way anyway, so it's not important. We shouldn't even try to go and look at the other ones. Whatever those other people are doing, apparently it's all good, but it doesn't matter. Whatever the hell they're doing, I don't care. And neither does John Paul II. He said it was okay, and he says best, and he knows, and because he speaks for God, honey, it says it right on his crown. Big coffee la di. It says, I am in substitution of Christ. Oh yeah. But Christ isn't God. No. God is different than Christ. Christ is something else. He's the guy on the cross, the dead man. He was the one. He's not God though, but some people say, yeah, they do say in our church, the Catholic, they say it all the time. Jesus is God. Yeah, they do. But Mary is in charge, obviously, because we have to do Mary always, and to pray to her statue. Oh yes. So obviously she is calling the shots, and Jesus, well, baby Jesus is important, obviously. He was something else though, the savior of the world or something, but not God. Okay, God is the one arranging the church and doing all the outfits and everything. The holiness, that's God. And Pope John, all the popes are speaking for God. God is some, we don't know who God is. He is missing, well, he's not, he is kind of like missing. He's real though, and he did do all that, and it's operational still, in fact, unbelievable and just perfect, because wow, it's still going, wow, and the Holy Book is telling us, well, the prophecy in the book talks about, the Revelation book, it tells you all about our church, but anyway, it talks about our church in the worst kind of way, but it calls it a beast. I don't know why. It's got it backwards, but it is accurate if you decode it. It just don't worry about the beast thing. It doesn't mean bad. It just means that's what they call it. Because when it said that it had a deadly wound, that was Napoleon when he killed us. And then it said it came back and everybody was cool again and worshiping it. And see, and it's back and now it's operational once again. And we're still cool and super and going strong. So the prophecy checks out, it's done, and that's it. And so therefore, it's just the name calling in that book. I don't know why. It's incorrect though, it must be. Somebody else that wrote that, you know, because, you know, the Holy Bible, of course, is where our church, the Mother Mary, you know, Holy Roman Catholic Church faith, us, you know, my faith, whatever we believe, we don't care. It's the Pope who must know everything, not us. We just have to go and listen to the Holy Latin and breathe the incense and talk to Mary, and then we're good. He is the only one that has to do all the things, whatever the holiness things is, because look at him with the outfits. The Pope doesn't just wear the white. That is that's the main one, but oh my God, you know he has like 18 different outfits. Yes, I have seen all of them. He wears a Santa Claus hat. Sometimes it's only certain occasions, and then other occasions he has a big hat on like this or a big round red one, and other times he got a big like the whole damn. It looks like a carpet on him. And he sits in there, okay, but it's only, all of the outfits are absolutely necessary for holiness on special occasions. I'm not sure which is which, but he knows. God knows. How does he know what to dress every day? That man must have so many things on his mind. Having to work for God, being so holy, and having all the holy outfits, and having to know which one to pick every day. Wow, the training, how does he do it? Like, it must be like, but the Pope must be able to do it like automatically. Like, he's waking up and he's like, I know which outfit, bam, he's gonna do it. Like, whatever the hell. Whatever he's doing. If we watch him and see what he's doing over time, we will be able to determine, because we can see what he's doing and then see the outfit and then mark it and then watch again and see the outfit and then mark that down, and then we could find out. But it's a lot of work. It's not important. The holiness of the Pope is absolute anyways, in any case. So he's already, you know, it's done. So we don't have to worry. Whatever it is, it must be true, because the outfits will tell you the occasion is calling for that. For the carpets. Or the full whiteness. I don't know, I think. I mean, you know, the whiteness is for purity, because he's so pure. He's absolutely free of all everything. He must be, because he cannot speak for God if he's got a speck of anything on him. He's absolutely pure. Yes, he is. They pick, every time one dies, they have to pick a new one. And whatever new one is, he's spick and span. He got nothing, because the only one that can talk for God is the one that has absolutely nothing of a speck of any kind of anything on him. You better believe it. How could he be Pope? Otherwise, you know that's true. They have to go and deliberate those cardinals and figure out which one of us is going to get to talk for God, because we have to all be pure. And they are, all of the cardinals are pure too, but they have to figure out which one is the best, the purest of all, because God cannot speak to anybody if they have, like, you know, sin and problems and, like, dirtiness of any kind. If they're not pure, then of course God will not talk. He can only talk to the purest of anybody, and that's it. And then that man will tell us, and then we will go and keep going into the magistry and the pageantry, and it's so fun. I always go. I love it. I know it's holy because the ceremony is just telling me that it has to be. It's very always the same. It's been the same forever. I know. I don't remember the words. I just hear the Latin and I know it's holiness. And I don't care. I don't even ask the priest. I know they know. And so it's enough. And it's the incense. Yes, I breathe it. And frankincense and myrrh, always. Lots. I do a lot. Because baby Jesus, you know, he got it. So we need it, obviously. It makes us better. It makes us purer. And, like, you know, baby Jesus had it. Therefore, he must have, like, I don't know, he had it, they gave it to him as a present when he was born, because they're wise men, and wise people give the best things, because they're wise, and they said he needed it, and the frankincense and myrrh, and baby Jesus grew up, and he was fine, and he became the Savior, and he did miracles all over the place, but well, yeah, he did. So that's why I breathe the frankincense and myrrh always. That must be the reason, so that we can do that too. Eventually, well, when we get there, we'll be able to do all that. Yeah, I think so. It has to be, because baby Jesus did, and so that is the reason. Anyway, that's why. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Just know that the holiness, you feel it, especially at Vatican City. You must go on a pilgrimage. All of us have to go at least once. I mean, come on. You're going to go to the church every Sunday and do the ceremony, and you're never going to go visit the Vatican? My God, you are crazy. You better go. It's just the best ever. You'll have a blast. You won't be able to meet the Pope, though. He's real busy. Nobody gets to see him. He's too important. Forget it. You ain't gonna meet him. You might see him, though. That is fun. I didn't get to see him. I tried, but it was like they never let you see him. He's, like, too busy doing holy things. You know that. He cannot ever be bothered. I mean, when he appears, it's like a big deal. So, you know, we'll watch whenever he shows up, always, and talking, and that's all. But, like, and I was hoping to see him at Vatican City. I was just hoping, but I didn't. I tried, and they blocked everything. When I tried to go in, no, you can't go. The Pope, and I'm not gonna hurt, but anyways, you have to what? And they told me that you had to pay money or something to see him. Lots, apparently. To have, like, an audience and talk to him. I said, I just want to, like, get a photograph, and they're like, no photographs. It's like, gosh. I mean, I was at the Apostolic Palace. You know, the Apostolic Palace. You know, the one where the whole ceiling, it's amazing. It's, like, unbelievable. It's, like, Michelangelo. He's painted the whole Sistine Chapel. Can you even, I've seen it. It's amazing. The whole goddamn ceiling. And it's just brilliant. It's, oh wow, and it's telling you all the stories of the Bible in different ways with the genius of Michelangelo, yes. And it's got God, and we know what he looks. He's got the beard, and that's God, and then Adam, and Eve, and he's touching them, and now we know, you see? We had to have Michelangelo do that, so we know now what they look like. Because nobody knows what God looks like, and he won't tell, because, come on, he's God. We'll find out when we get there, but now we know he's white beard, all that, right? Well, Michelangelo, if you didn't know, well, he was actually the brother of Pope Leo X. Yeah, Leo X, in 17, I'm not sure. I think it was 15, 17, but not sure. Well, you know, the Medici family, they were very powerful at the time. They were the big deal at the time. Right at the time, you know, 1492 happens, and this is Pope Alexander, of course, in 1492. That is Pope Alexander. Different. Yeah, but okay. And he's doing his thing. And he was cool. And then, he dies. And then, okay, next, I remember all the popes, yes. And then, okay, he dies, I don't know when. We're coming around the 1500, I can't remember. 1500s are turning, and so the Renaissance is beginning. Well, anyway, the next big one, Leo was a cardinal. At Alexander's coronation, he was already a cardinal. Of course, because the Medici family ran, goddammit, the whole fucking Florence of Italy, pretty much, owned it all. And you know, popes have to be like, who is going to be the pope? It's got to be a cardinal, and cardinals are like people really important in the Medici family. Of course, they're running, goddammit, Italy pretty much, so they're going to make their sons the pope. They were born to be popes, both of them, two of them, Leo the X and Clement the Seventh. The next one, both sons of the Medicis were popes, and the third one, Michelangelo. Can you believe it? The third son of the Medicis is Michelangelo. What a family, huh?